Good evening, everybody. I hope this is coming in. Like I said, I have a new laptop. You guys are listening to the Steelers Dynasty podcast. Shane is in the house, so I don't know where he's at. He's in some location, but we're going to talk Steelers football, and I'm going to see if he's in. So I'm going to click him right now. Everybody, this is the host of West Virginia Mountaineer Mafia, my co-host, special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. Hopefully Shane's there. I see him. Hold on. He might have sent me something. Okay, he's in there. Shane, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Let me do my video feed. Sorry about this, guys.
Yeah, it's okay. Hi, everybody.
All right. So I think we got there we go. That should work.
Well, I got a new there you are. Hello, Shane. How are you?
Good, buddy. Well, I hustled back. I had to drive from West Virginia up to Pennsylvania tonight. And
you did?
Out again tomorrow.
Well, I don't know what I'm doing.
I tried doing a show from my hotel room last night, and it was a huge and utter failure. Like, I didn't have my screens, and I was stuttering and stammering. It was a hot mess. Man, what a turd of a show. So tonight, I vowed I would make this show and do it the normal way so I wouldn't screw up 2 nights in a row.
Well, me and Mark did the show last night, and I faded to black because this new laptop, whatever. So I have no idea.
But Bubba, wait a second. Now,
yes.
I don't want to ask you and have chat maybe help me out. I saw a message that some Ravens man was giving you heat.
Yeah. This guy has been giving Mark heat. I guess Mark, he wanted to collaborate with Mark. So me and Mark last night were talking football, and he did a video. I guess that's what he does. He bashes on Steeler fans.
Okay.
He looks like that Fluffy, that comedian.
I don't know
Fluffy Iglesias or whatever.
Oh, like he's a heavy set Hispanic guy.
Well, I know I'm a big dude, but this show and this podcast is all about Steelers. I mean, we're more Steelers football. I don't go into any other team. I don't care. I'm not going to go and bash people who for liking other teams. And I think he has. I think he has a love, and he's envy of Steeler fans. You know what I mean? Like he bashes Steeler fans all the time. Like it's called Flocking Ravens or Ravens Flocking or something. Like I don't know.
If the show is half as gay as the name, then.
Well, I mean, I just love looking like Tobey Maguire though, because he scanned Tobey Maguire and took my face out.
Hey,
so
chat. I see we have Kelly, Tom, Patricia.
Everybody's So yeah, Mark sent me that today, and he's like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna bash him. You know what I mean? And you know what's the best bashing that I could possibly do?
Don't watch
the Steelers. The Steelers beat the Ravens come Saturday night. You know, that's what I want to see. That's okay. But that's what I want to see, and the game is on Amazon Prime, and it will be in the Pittsburgh area, Channel 11. So everybody will get to watch it on Channel 11. If you have Amazon Prime in the other areas of the world, that's where you'll watch it at. Now, Shane, did you hear the weather forecast in Baltimore?
It's going to be freezing and cold and terribly just bitter. It's going to be bad.
I heard it's going to be like 6 to 8 inches, I heard.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah, because a lot of people are feeling real sad. They feel like there's no hope. You know,
well, I'm going to be the bringer of a little bit of pessimistic and then a little bit of optimism here. So the pessimism is the fact that cold weather always favors the team that has the best running game. That's just the history of it, you know, and, you know, they have a bruising back, but the light around the silver lining is the fact that the Steelers defense did fantastic in the first game against this running game. So there is some hope to hang to.
Well, I don't think it's going to happen like when we were down in Pittsburgh and he ran all over us. I don't believe that's going to happen. Now, I was looking at the injury report before we got on, just like 2 minutes before we got on, and they said McCormick kind of broke his hand, or maybe broke his hand, and he don't know if he's going to be able to wrap it.
Yeah, I heard that they're making a cat. So he was, and this is per the Channel 4 news. He was, or KDK, I can't remember what I was watching, but he has a soft cast, and he was limited today, but they expect him to play on Saturday.
And some other Steeler podcasters don't give McCormick a high grade, and they don't like him as a guard. But, I mean, he's a rookie. He's in that position because of injury.
And Bubba, I don't know if I'm correct in this, but I'm probably wrong, but I think he's playing a different side that he usually plays.
Okay. You could be right, because I know.
I hear that. And guys, that is big. That's almost, not quite, but almost. It's like being a left-handed, batter in baseball and having to hit right-handed. That's
yes, and Afton's always right as always. I mean, he is a 4th-round rookie. I think he's been playing good all year, being a rookie, especially if you just said he's out of position. I
have to look at that, but
I mean, I when you're out of position like that, it like look what it did to Broderick Jones, and he wasn't supposed to play that tackle; he's supposed to play left. But Troy Fautanu got injured, so that's the situation we have because Dan Moore has digressed a little bit, like a lot, like. And I've been watching a lot of stuff lately.
Dan Moore has more physical attributes, but I think McCormick has a little more upstairs.
Well, the thing is, though, Broderick Jones in the first part of the season gave up all the sacks, and he gave up 10 sacks so far. Now Dan Moore has given up 10 sacks in these last, say, month, maybe 5 or 6 weeks. So that's 20. That's 20 sacks given up by our 2 tackles.
I want to ask you something. Do you think there is truth to these rumors that teams are looking to steal Tallman?
Me and Mark talked about that. Look, he is not going anywhere.
Why would you?
Everybody is up in arms, and the torches are getting flamed up if the situation is dire Saturday, which I do not think it's going to be. I think we're 9-point underdogs, and we're going to shove it straight up the Ravens' ass. I do believe that. We're not trading him. He's not going to do any of that. I just feel it's a whole bunch of bullshit and just a lot of, oh my God, that's funny.
Craig.
Thank you, Craig.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Oh, that's awesome. I just think it's a lot of stuff for clickbait and a lot of stuff, and they're not talking about the game. Like everything else is all whatever. And like I seen some posts where all these playoff losses, we were down by 20, we were down by 17, we were down by that and this. Like, I'm trying to be as positive as I can be, and I'm really being. I'm very super optimistic because I feel that we are going to win. We have our back to the walls. We didn't do what we needed to do to clinch the division. That's all. It's etch-a-sketch. It's in the past now. I can't worry about that. We have to worry about playing the Ravens. And the thing is, like that guy who cut me and Mark, because that's what we were talking about last night. If coulda, woulda, like. If Wilson would have slid, and then he was like, well, if it would have bounced off this and that, like, fuck you, buddy. Like,
that's a great form of flattery. I love the fact that another podcaster has the time and that there have awareness that you and Mark Lincoln breed.
Well, but I think Mark says he's a jabroni, and he does that because Mark didn't want to collaborate with him, and he took it as That's what he does. He bashes the Pittsburgh Steelers. But we were just talking about, if it coulda, woulda. The Steelers cannot have any turnovers Saturday night. That cannot happen. So if you take turnovers out of the equation and the Steelers don't shoot themselves in the foot, Steelers' victory is key. But Boswell did not practice today. Him and Cam Hayward had illness, and I think it might be flu-related.
I think it's liquid shit. I think that's going on in Pittsburgh.
That sucks when you got that, man. Like,
yeah, that's terrible.
Especially if I have to, when I work my job, I have to unlock 5 fucking doors to go take a shit.
Oh, like, well, I have a shit. So I've been teaching. What I do is I teach like Lean Six Sigma. Okay, and this is the. So I got a new belt.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
This belt has like a little thing there. You got to push. And
okay.
It's open. See?
Oh my God.
Okay, now here's the story.
Okay.
You guys are on your show, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna catch it. Well, my coworkers are talking a lot, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't look good. And I haven't even checked into my hotel yet. I was supposed to be there Monday, but the snow made it like I couldn't. So, So long story short, I get back to my hotel, and you have to take a crap, right?
Oh God.
Oh my God. That was like the Christmas gift that almost got me. Like, I'm like, oh, fuck. Because you have to think, and like all day, like when you have to pee, you're like, oh, yeah, I can do it. But because you're using the extra brain muscle to hold that butt shut, you can't figure out how to fucking unlatch your pants. And I'm like, woo! And this mofo just keeps.
Don't, please don't. Oh my God. Well, I mean,
I'm gonna shit myself.
Well, you can shit over the Ravens, so that's good.
That's it. So I didn't have liquid shits, but what I was getting at, God darn it, I went down a rabbit hole. Michael Jordan had one of his best games when he was sick, had the flu.
Well, speaking of Cam Hayward, now Cam Hayward he's been playing great. He had a great game last week, even though we lost. But I had it and I just lost it. I had a thing on Cam Hayward had the most out of 48 players with pass deflections. Cam Hayward is the only defensive lineman to be in that category.
Right. He was
so.
And the thing of it is, thinking back.
Yeah, I hear you, Devil.
Yeah, collab with Jack Sperry.
Oh, somebody told me that that guy, he does that job for a living. I'm like, well, why does he do a Steelers show and he does a Washington show? You can't do that. You can't do one. You got to do one or the other.
Battle defense.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's a job. Well, what do you do? I mean, if I was getting paid to do another team, first off, I would never be that good because every other team sucks in my eyes anyway, so I wouldn't be any good. But, I just feel that,
that's the thing, and I'm going to break it to you, and I think everybody in the chat knows, and I'm not the most masculine guy in the world, okay?
Well, you got a beard, so, I mean.
15 years ago, what were we called? What was it called when you were like metrosexual, right? The metrosexual guys from 2001 are now the masculine guys, and it's a sad state of affairs that the way it is. It's just true,
Well,
and if we were a little doofy and maybe 20 years younger and act like Sperry, we'd have 3,500 subs.
Yeah, that's true. Well, if you did a little bit more dancing and turned it into Triple X, like Craig said, we probably get we're at 280. We're at 289, ladies and gentlemen, on subs organically. And we appreciate everybody in the community. And I mean, we got a Steelers live at 7:30. We're going to go do our first ever live playoff watch party, which Shane in the playoffs. I mean, people thought I was bad last week. I amp it up a lot more than 10%.
Well, I want to ask a question. We need to figure out exactly. I roll meant for the team. We need to figure out if Burns had any of that monkey duck.
I didn't give it to him yet because it's been I've been busy. And 412, I got to mail out his hat, but I figured Burns can wait. You know what I mean? He gave me $100. I figured he can wait for his bottle of Mucky Duck. And speaking of Mucky Duck mustard, because this show is sponsored by Mucky Duck mustard, I did a new diagram, new little promo thing for Mucky Duck, and here it is. Look at that. Yeah. 10% off.
The chin. So
the chin. And then I put a picture of Bill Cowher in there.
Yep.
www.morethanmustard.com, ladies and gentlemen. So,
now, if the chin doesn't work, if it doesn't work like that, do a space. Try it both ways. I don't know which way would work, but it'll get you 10%. And that will help Bubba and me get more Mucky Duck to give out.
So I can eat it. Because I don't know what I'm going to eat. I'm drinking Saturday.
Okay, you're drinking? Okay, well.
Yes, I'm drinking because it's playoff time.
I got, Bubba, I hate to tell you, and Tammy's probably going to be mad, but I think I got you some moonshine.
Oh, shit.
You're going to tell me if you want butterscotch or apple pie.
Ooh, apple pie.
I'll give you a little bit of each. Butterscotch.
Okay.
Sounds terrible.
I'm not a big butterscotch guy, but I mean, sometimes.
You're not
and I think that's what I'm having Saturday too, Captain Morgan.
Oh my God, Captain Morgan! A little bit of that butterscotch.
Everybody likes apple pie. See, everybody wants the apple pie moonshine.
Oh, the apple pie. Guys, I thought the apple pie was fantastic, but that butterscotch. So here's a quick butterscotch story. The guy I get it from gave it as a gift, okay, to his neighbors, and all these. And they're probably in their 40s and 50s. All these Karens got together, and they're not bad Karens. They're the good Karens. Okay.
Okay.
They had to get carried to their car and get picked up. So imagine these women hanging out, drinking, acting up, and then just falling over.
Oh, see, I never had that. See, Afton said, for hot drinks. Ooh. I haven't had Crown in a long time, and I used to do Crown with Mountain Dew Amp. That was good stuff, but I haven't had an energy drink in a long time, and I don't mix it with booze.
Something since I don't want to.
Oh, there he is. See, you're like he's like fucking Beetlejuice.
Say his name 3 times, he appears.
Yeah, there he is. Burns, I'll get you your mustard. But look, this game Saturday, I'm glad it's on prime time. I mean, the 4:30 game is what's the 4:30 game? Is it I don't know.
It doesn't matter what the.
That's right. It doesn't matter. So because ours is at 8:00. And then there's 3 playoff games Sunday. And I want to give a shout out to Mark because Mark just did a video and he had the Steelers Dynasty hat on that you're wearing. Yeah. And he was cutting English accents to Australian accents.
English accent was pretty good. No, American accent,
Yeah. Oh, okay. I think it's the Chargers Texans. I know it sounds, but do you think it's possible? I don't know, Craig, because I think they didn't want to lose four in a row.
No, God, no, Craig. I don't think that's those thoughts run through my mind, but that's not going to happen.
No, Burns, it's prime time. I'm telling you, we're going to win, Burns. I'm telling you, and they're not trading. They're not trading Mike Tomlin. And here's the thing: execution is the key, and no turnovers. So if definitely no turnovers and we have execution, we are going to be the winners. I believe Russell Wilson has something to prove. I'm not betting. It's a 9-point spread, Burns. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, we'll let you know. And the thing is, Burns, I would bet, but I'm not betting you.
Well, I would bet not. If we were given the 9 points, absolutely, I'd bet.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I believe they're going to win. I'm going to try to do some FanDuel, hopefully some parlays. But I think Flowers, the receiver, their Pro Bowl receiver, is out. He hasn't practiced the last two practices.
Well, I watched Hard Knocks last night for the first time, and it was all right.
I haven't watched it since we've been losing.
I don't get hyped up with that. I like seeing the guys find out that they got the Pro Bowl, but I thought.
Well, what's the Pro Bowl? Cornhole and frisbee toss. But I just feel that if everybody catches some balls that Russell throws to them, I'm telling you, there's just a mystique. I can't have negativity in my realm. I'm not going that way. I'm not going like all these other Steeler podcasting that I see. They're not, except for Mark, which he's the most positive Steeler fan I've ever met. Okay. I just see them all just like doing other stuff. Like they're already going into like draft mode, picking drafts. Like I'm not doing that.
We're not there yet.
I'm not, and I wouldn't do that right now anyway. That's just goofy. Like, let's talk about the nooks and crannies of the game. If we can contain Lamar, and look, TJ Watt can't have a fucking shitty game. He has to. He's gonna. And look, you got Cam Hayward, you got TJ, you got Highsmith, Patrick Queen, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and even Joey Porter Jr. I mean, that's a lot of defensive players for the Steelers that are above par. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're. But this is what happens, Bubba. You have a few of these players play fantastic, and you don't hear from them. Now, I'm a big fan of Beanie Bishop. He hasn't played a whole hell of a lot since a couple people on the team got healthy, but he had a fantastic interception.
He had 5 interceptions this year, and nobody thought he was ever going to, he was a walk-on.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And okay, he could be a difference maker. Now Burns. Russell Wilson has a Super Bowl, Burns.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing that makes me have a little bit of hope.
Okay.
And not just totally just throw in the towel.
Okay.
When Russell Wilson won when he was at Seattle, he had a fantastic defense.
Yes.
Okay. He never was forced to make big throws downfield. I mean, he did. He had some receivers, but he needs to just play the ball he played almost 2 months ago.
Yeah.
He
was throwing 400 yards in the snow in Cleveland.
Right. The defense, and I was going to say, they have to come back. Well, they played really good last week. They had some Pro Bowl receivers that they kept out of the red zone. I mean, they went to the red zone and they kicked a shitload of field goals. But the defense can only do so much if the offense isn't scored. So I think the offense needs to show up more than the defense. So, Swish, how you doing?
I don't know if I can grow one. Swish, thanks for tuning in. Good luck to you this week. But yeah, I can't grow a beard. But look, I just think that what tale of two cities of George Pickens shows up.
That's just it. I mean, I've heard Shannon Sharp shit on the Steelers.
Yes, I heard that too. I'm doing real good, Swish.
You got to agree with them. He needs to. It's almost like he coddles these receivers at times. He needs to just put his boot in some of these guys' asses.
Well, I saw I watched another podcast where they say that Tomlin is now calling the offensive plays.
I don't see that happening.
I don't either. But like I said, and I don't know. I've been watching so many Steeler podcasts the last couple days. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, yeah, James. Like tough love, but like Antonio Brown was crazy, but his work ethic in practice and on the
Yeah,
field
I
was
don't have as
something
much a problem with
tremendous.
AB. And Burfict knocked him into next week, and he never was the same. And I know I say
No,
that repeatedly over and
right.
over, but it is the god darn truth. You know, and they're like, oh, he was crazy before. Yeah, he was a crazy on maybe a 2 out of 10 scale. Or maybe
Well, what receiver is the Steelers had in their whole career that hasn't had some kind of diva type capabilities? I can name probably one or two.
one I can name one going back, and probably Hines Ward.
But Hines was sometimes could have been a little bit of a diva, but he was great at what he was
You
doing.
can be a diva when you freaking knock out Ray Lewis.
Right. Well, I mean, you could be a hardcore diva, but I think sometimes didn't he? Like, I like Hines Ward too, but I was going to go with John Stallworth.
True. Yeah.
Because I never heard anything about Stallworth that was divified as being a Steeler receiver. So if I was going to go the number one Steelers receiver that wasn't a diva, I would probably say John Stallworth.
Now you can't say that Lynn
And
Swan.
Ward's a second, like like 1A, 1A, 1B.
Swan was a diva because he was on Sesame Street.
Who?
Lynn Swan was on like Sesame Street.
Lynn Swan was a diva because
on Sesame Street, and you go.
Well, he was like a diva that wasn't a negative diva.
Yeah, he was
just
you're
doing stuff.
You're going 1, 2, 88.
Yeah, he does. No, he was not a diva. Ouija Thompson was not. But Pickens has to catch these balls.
At number 86, let's talk about him.
Okay.
Bubba, and I haven't talked to Bubba about this, so this is all unscripted, as you know. That Hines Ward is currently coaching at Arizona State.
Is he?
As receivers coach.
I wanted Hines Ward to be our receivers coach. He went to the New York Jets or something. He was in there for the training camp. And
a guy that's going to go in the 4th round, a running back that has a little bit of an attitude, but kind of a good attitude. You know, Arizona State was down. They should have won that game because of the targeting against Texas. They were down, and he's on the sidelines as Cam Scattaboo having a shit fit.
Oh, I've heard of him too in all this draft talk.
Man.
Which I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying you got Hines Ward at Arizona State.
Okay. I see what you're getting at.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm like, ooh, this might be the Beanie Bishop of next year. I know I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm a little bit excited because guess what? This is not a bad team. Steelers they're in better shape now than they were last year. And it's not because they
well, the Steelers regular season was 10-7, so we were better. What happened was the Steelers had a better record last year in the division, being 3-3.
True.
Okay, but also too, the turnovers and costly situations cost them some games. And I mean, it is look, regular season's over now. I mean, it's playoff time. So the Steelers offense has to do something. They have to, I believe they just have to quit doing that little script they do in the first, they can't, to me, if they go 3 and out, that's not good. They can't go 3 and out Saturday night. They can't go 3 and out and punt. They got to try to get a drive and keep some momentum and move the ball. They can't go 3 and out because to me that'll be that's a negative. Of course.
3 and out. It sounds like a band from Cleveland.
3 and out.
Yeah.
It could be. Well, since Cincinnati, you could have 3 and out, and now they're all golfing. So, and hey, look, they're not into playoffs, and that's just the way it goes. Okay, let's see. Wait, Swish had something I was gonna.
Yeah, wow.
Right, you're right. We didn't have him. Him and Cam Hayward's played every game this year. And TJ has to show up. Like I said, with all those Steelers defensive players that I named, if all of them go 90% and more And they come, maybe they have a meeting Friday night and Cam Hayward brings them in and be like, hey guys, TJ is not going to say nothing, but he's going to be there. But Cam Hayward is the leader of the defense, and he's probably the leader of the team. And he calls them in there. And he's like, hey, look, guys, we have to, lace up our cleats, make sure our trench straps, and we're going to war. Like, because Cam's having a great year. Like, I mean, he's still doing what he needs to do. I just think that the offense – we held Cincinnati to 19 points. If our Steelers offense would score average 21 to 24, 26 points a game, we'd be winning. We'd probably win most of the games that we were doing.
Easy 3 more games if they would have scored.
I just think the offense has took 3 steps back in from the
do you think
from the Cincinnati victory over Cincy? It took 3 steps back.
If they would have got someone other than Williams, maybe. I
don't know. I'll be drinking some Captain Morgan. I think maybe they're going to use Williams, more Saturday. And if he runs swish, he slides. And Afton is so right because she's so knowledgeable, and she's absolutely right. They can't be predictable Saturday night.
Kelly makes a good prediction here. Let's see.
It is. Well, I'll take that too, because we haven't had those kind of turnovers that give us 6 points, where we're getting all those turnovers at 10-3. We were getting the turnovers that we caused. We recovered them at 10-3. Now we caused turnovers, but we weren't recovering them. After that, I mean, we had a couple interceptions, but that's it. Like a fumble, like a punch out from TJ, somebody else recovered it on the other team.
Baby.
Yep. Oh, she's got a lot of drinks there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre, he's, but I just offensively, and people are going to say it's the same old. I know Arthur Smith is looking now. Let me ask you a question. Arthur Smith is in the stories and all this stuff. New York City, they might be looking at him. Chicago. Would you care if Arthur Smith stayed at Pittsburgh Steelers or if he rolled out?
I don't care either way. I don't think you're going to find a better offensive coordinator. I mean, Steelers don't exactly have a toolbox full of shiny new tools. I mean, they got a Harbor Freight, quarterbacking Fields, and they got a freaking rusty old crescent wrench from Sears in Russell Wilson. It's a crescent wrench. It's too small. You have to stretch the whole way out, and it's like, it might fit. Guys, I sent you that message where they have there's that quarterback out there everyone's just drooling over, but like you said, you're gonna have
no. I know we're not talking draft, but the Steelers do not need to draft a quarterback.
Yeah,
I don't think there's anyone in the draft. I think we're just gonna have to.
There's no one that is just unless someone falls in their lap. But I don't want them to do a reach like they did with
Kenny Pickett. That was a reach with Pickett. It was not. They should have reached in in the 80s for Dan Marino, and who gives a shit if he had? I'm telling you, because that defense in the 80s, they had Louis Lips and Stallworth with Dan Marino. We could have been competitive in the 80s for many, many years.
Hey, feel the steel. I'm going to tell you because I heard him do one for football. And it was against my West Virginia Mountaineers. Miami came into Morgantown. This was the Rock had just started getting a little bit, popular. And he's talking on the sideline to these guys. He's like, "You're about to put a whoop ass on West Virginia's candy ass, hillbilly style." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, the Rock is gonna whoop our ass."
Yeah, there's a couple WWE guys, I would say. I mean, Stone Cold would be one.
Yes.
I mean, a Ric Flair monologue would be good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we bring Hulk Hogan, man. He got booed out of the state.
I want to talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
I watched that. It was on Netflix. I'm watching it, and it was it had all the celebrities there, and it was well done for a little bit, but I thought it was a little bit overboard on some of the stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll talk more about it Friday night if I do an experience show. But Hogan got booed out.
I felt bad, and I don't care if it was because of the political swaying of the crowd. I think that was just maybe a little bit of it. I think people just don't like him pouring his beer on.
I never tasted his beer, and the WWE signed a contract with Hogan for their beer.
Yeah,
and Stone Cold didn't want no part of it, and you can tell the Hulkster is looking his age. You can tell from his hips, him coming out. Jimmy Hart, I think Jimmy Hart looks younger than he is, and Jimmy Hart's Jimmy Hart's old because I met him up in Altoona one time, and he was talking. Troy Fritz was talking his ear off. But I would say Hogan and stuff for the WWE promos. Clock management would be good. See, and Afton said we can get a better offense. There's a better OC out there somewhere.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to say this. I'm a show for Piper was probably my favorite.
I love Piper.
Just talking.
Yeah.
But you got to give, Bret Hart wasn't good on the mic, but he could give a look. And that look would say a lot, speak volumes.
Well, the Ultimate Warrior, and now we're on a wrestling kick. The Ultimate Warrior could shake the ropes and look at the heavens and down by the heaven God upon thee, I shall reign supreme. No.
Yeah.
The Warrior was a terrible wrestler.
Right.
But hey, Ralph, how you doing? But I think the Hogan promo, brother, say your prayers and eat your vitamins, that and the Stone Cold. But Piper was probably the greatest stick guy because there is promos out there where he took beer bottles and smashed them over his head.
Yeah.
And Hogan does have a fake knee. He probably does.
And hip.
Doug Peterson. Oh, as an offensive coordinator.
Ooh.
Oh, LOD, Legion of Doom would be a good promo too. There's a few.
Yeah.
But I don't care if Arthur Smith goes. But I also seen that Justin Fields wants to stay, but he wants to stay because he's tired of getting a different offense because he's had 3 different offenses in 4 years. So
if Stacy Keebler or Torrey Wilson were the offense,
that would get everybody up.
You want to go up?
That would make everybody rise. Everybody be saluting and
up the middle,
and rocking and rolling. Hey, I drank with Torrey Wilson. All the Divas one time at Bubba's High Tops, the High Tops bar in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I was at a WWE party. I always tell that story where Chris Masterson and Shelton Benjamin wanted to kick my ass because I was eating all the wings. But, it went from a Steelers show to a wrestling show. Yeah, no, I don't blame him. I don't blame Fields either. I would want stability too, and stability means something. And also, let's talk about, now we're on the Fields kick. What and when will they bring in Justin Fields Saturday night?
I don't think they will.
What?
I think they might play him on a third down here or maybe on a goal line, but they haven't used him at all season.
I know he's been hurt, but
hurt feelings.
Well, I'm sure he's got hurt feelings, but I think they should use him in some kind of. There's got to be a package. There has to be packages with Justin Fields being available to be in there.
I would be running that guy like a freaking rented car.
Exactly. Remember when Cordell was Slash?
Yeah, they used his ass even when they were paying him money.
But also too, we had an offensive coordinator, and that was. Who was the offensive coordinator for the Steelers at that time? Oh God, he was an offensive coordinator. He left and went to Dallas. Anybody? Maybe Ralph would know. I don't know offhand because I've had a lot of concussions.
Now we
hopefully in the red zone.
About
the red zone,
the liquid shits that's going through the locker room. Boswell.
Here we go. Ralph. Steelers are running the Wildcats Saturday night. I have it under good authority. Ralph is Pittsburgh's. He's got connections.
He's an actual reporter.
Yeah,
just jabronis that like to play pretend and put hats on.
Yeah, I do it. I'm a diehard Steelers fan. Ralph Williams is in Sports Corner, and been on radio and has he's on a radio channels on Pittsburgh, so he is a legit news sports guy. I am not. I'm a legit individual, but no, don't put him in as a punt returner or a kick returner.
No,
No,
he doesn't. He's
Chad Gailey. Yes, thank you, Ralph.
Oh,
That was who the offense coordinator was during the Cordell Stewart Super Bowl run. Okay. Okay, I hope it's true. I mean, I think they're going to use more of it. I think.
Well, Kelly is supposed to get a shit ton of snow Saturday night, so hopefully, he can watch the game. Well,
you'll have to watch it on Prime. Unless you get Channel 11. Channel 11
for a week. So isn't that right, Kelly? You're still.
Yes, that exactly. Larry from Pro Wrestling Extreme Talk. Yes, fuck the Ravens and fuck that dude who did a video about me and Mark, the fluffy guy, Fluffy Iglesias. There.
What the hell did they have that Fluffy Iglesias at the wrestling thing? At
Ron Earhart, took him to the Super Bowl that year. Yeah, because that was a run. That was a run heavy offense, and I think the Steelers need to modernize. I don't mind running the ball, okay, but they can modernize their offense, which their offense has not been modernized for a couple years. I mean, probably since AB was around.
Think of teams here. Certain teams have certain DNA. The Steelers have always been a defense-first organization. And then you have other ones like the 49ers have always been a offensive DNA organization. So
well, and look, I mean, the Steelers are in the playoffs. I mean, look at the 49ers. 49ers had all this caliber defense, offensive talent. McCaffrey, running back, he was hurt all year. Look, all those guys are golfing. So, I mean, they had a shitty year. So, I mean, it happens. But we got asked, hey, Kelly, good luck tomorrow when you're going on to rehab. And Craig has a question for us.
Oh, he's going to miss the snow. Good.
Okay, so Craig has a question. Who do you think, Shane?
Oh, my gosh. Let's talk about who you'd want to stop first. I would have to say I would rather have Jackson break free a few times and just control Derrick Henry. I don't know. It's tough.
I rather control Jackson and say Derrick Henry gets about 60 yards.
No, that's not control. That's control
because,
both of them.
Well, no, because Derrick Henry, the last game, Derrick Henry had over 150. That's the first time he ever got over 100 yards against the Steelers in his whole career.
Yeah, I'm saying keep him under 100 because 60 yards is a win.
For us, yes.
60 yards and QB Jackson, Lamar Jackson is contained completely. You win.
Bigger threat.
Lamar's a bigger threat. I think it's easier to plan.
Okay, see, Phil the Steel says Jackson's easy to shake up. Don't let Henry get the yards.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would do.
Okay, let's see what Swish has because, he from Buffalo, he knows a little football. Stop Henry.
Yeah.
I don't think Flowers is playing. He hasn't practiced, and he's been out of practice the last two practices. And I know Mark from Steelers Nation Australia just did a video stating that Flowers was out. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet because realistically they got Bateman as a receiver, Likely and Andrews, they're tight ends. Now we have to cover the tight ends, which we haven't been doing.
Middle of the field. You can't. This is what happens: the Steelers get contained. Things are looking good, and then third down, third and long, they get just gorged in the middle of the field. It's just they have to. McQueen and company need to come in there and clean that shit up.
Well, speaking of McQueen, now he's going against his team again in the playoffs. That's a little bit of added incentive because when he went to Baltimore and got salt put in his wounds when we got spanked, I can't see him having that, same situation. I hope he doesn't play. I hope he doesn't. Yeah, likely can be a problem. But also too, if our secondary can step up and try, say we hold Jackson to 200 yards, 225, well, yeah, I'd say 220. 220 and Derrick Henry to 65.
Well, that's good. Here's the thing. Those guys are going to eat. Okay, that's a given. They're going to eat. There's the biggest thing for the Steelers is Russell Wilson can't turn the ball over.
Correct.
Can't turn the ball over.
Correct.
And they have to, maybe come out the positive on a turnover. I mean, come on. Beanie Bishop had one last week. Didn't get to capitalize on it because they just played like shit.
Right.
It's just, man, they just got to take advantage of the
offense. If the offense steps up, 35% than what they did the last 3 weeks, say 40%. Then it's going to be it could be a game where we beat the Ravens if we can jump from 40 to 50% on our offense. I didn't say 95, but I better. Like no when the ball is in your hands, catch it. It all depends. Now, if George Pickens fucking has a shit game like he had against the Cincinnati Bengals, it's time for him to fucking go. I will say this.
Yeah.
You know what? We don't need to put up with that shit. He's a great athlete, but he's not. What's he doing? He's not doing anything. So, but I give everybody a little redemption story. Can he redeem himself in the playoffs against the Ravens and catch balls and get big plays?
So I want to ask you guys: are you guys ready for kickoff? Is 7?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on Amazon Prime, locally Channel 11 News or Channel 11.
Okay.
Channel 11 News.
You want to go live at 7 or 7:30? I'm cool either way.
I was going to say about 7:30. 7:30, and then we'll give our 3 takes, but we've been giving takes all day today. I know I gave my score on Mark's show yesterday, and I can't remember. I'll probably say it again. Because I'm working Saturday till 3:30 and then hit the gym, and I'll have everything set up. I already have a thumbnail. I've been trying to do the thumbnails a little better. Like I said, we're at 289 subscribers, and guys, we're still going to go every Wednesday night for year round. I'm sure I could pull some kind of Steeler.
Those couple, we're gonna
have a little bit of. It's going to be dry. I'm going to be trying to pull Steeler shit out of the news. I don't know. I don't want to go. I don't want to go ball.
Well, guys, let's give Bubba's going to give the hot news story. What is Cam Hayward's favorite color?
No, I'm not going that bad.
Kelly says we're at 290. Thank you, Kelly. 290.
Flock Nation.
See you.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Good luck.
See ya. Good luck.
Good luck.
Flock Nation.
Here we go, Flock Nation.
What?
Boy, what a handsome.
Is a flock of seagulls or?
Our Baltimore fans always like this guy's handsome, and we have people with like letters for the name and that is looks like.
I can't believe I appreciate other people from other teams, but
should we swipe right? I mean, this is like
I don't know what we do. I'm not swiping. What's a flock? Is the Ravens going a flock? No,
I think crows it's a murder. If you have multiple crows, it's called a murder. I'm gonna Google that shit.
I don't know, but I mean, more than 100.
Multiple ravens.
Multiple ravens. Would it be? What's a whole bunch of swans? Yeah, I'm not. I don't like the Ravens. Ravens flock. I'm thinking Ravens flock of wrestling. Murder of crows.
Crows are called a murder.
Well, aren't the Ravens crows? They're fucking crows.
That's why I said murder.
Yeah, they're crows. They're evil fucking birds.
No, they're actually just super smart.
Well, they might be super smart, but they're the sign of death.
Oh, really?
I think so. If you see a crow, like I remember when I was living with my parents a long time ago when I was a kid, and my dad's looking out the window. He said, "Oh, Jesus Christ, Jay, there's a crow. This crow." And every day the crow was out in front of the house. Like, he's like, this is a sign of death.
Oh, yeah? Someone
I don't
died?
know. I mean, I don't know. Look at it this way. The Pittsburgh Steelers, always, except for that little time during World War II, we combined with the Philadelphia Eagles due to the fact that we were at war in World War II, people, against Adolf Hitler. Okay. We did not go into fucking dead of night when nobody was around and everybody was sleeping, load up two tractor trailer trucks full of football equipment and get the fuck out of town in the scurry of the night.
Yeah.
We
So I
didn't do
switched
that.
tapped into Copilot or AI. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Morty, what's up?
They eat roadkill. Yeah. So I put it on there. What do you call a group of ravens?
Odin did have two. Okay.
Sometimes a conspiracy.
God, Afton's smart as shit. She's even got Norse mythology in here with Odin.
They'll stick nuts and stuff on a road so they get run over so they can eat it. That's how smart they are.
Well, I always wanted a parrot when I was a kid, but my dad said just go get a crow because it's cheaper. Because you split their tongue and they can talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Heckle and Jekyll. Well, I got heckled and jeckled by that whatever. I mean, he gave me that Tobey Maguire face, and I was like, "Holy shit, I'm Spider-Man." I don't know. That was the Colts. I don't know. I don't know what that means, Morty.
Is Morty in Florida still?
Yeah, he came back a couple weeks ago. He came up. We were at the Rose Inn there. He's living down in Tampa. Yeah, that's my dad. That's my dad's nickname.
Bozo.
Yeah, my dad's nickname is Bozo. Yeah, that's my dad's nickname. Boz and Rose. That's my mom. Boz and Rose.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, it's like a singer. Yeah, my dad. This is a crazy story. Where I lived when I was a kid, in a field. Well, you know where I live. They had that airport strip. You know what I mean? And Ed Mears' house, and they had groundhogs. Well, my dad it was in Vietnam, and he would have a sandbag and a shooting table he made, and he would shoot groundhogs across the neighborhood, and everybody would be playing, and you hear my old man out there, pew, pew, with a 270 out there fucking shooting. Oh, that's funny. Well, hopefully he doesn't cause a lot of trouble, because my old man caused a lot of trouble back in the day. No. Okay, the Colts did too, but so did the Cleveland Browns, I think, too, didn't they?
The Colts did it when they left Baltimore. They packed their shit up in the middle of the night.
But what did Cleveland do?
They didn't leave like in the middle of the night. They left like in a weekend. Oh,
in a weekend. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, they both left scurried. They scurried out of town.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're right, Morty. You're right. Okay. Well, I'm glad you guys fact check me, because sometimes I don't know. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg, I've seen his video. They're not going to fact check anymore.
I wonder if Tampa is excited about being off the Gulf of America now.
Yeah, maybe.
Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard.
Oh,
Well, hey, before we get out of here, hey, Penn State is playing Notre Dame tomorrow, and I know you're a college guru. Who are you taking tomorrow in that Thursday night game?
Oh man, I don't want Penn State to win, but I think they're going to pull it out. But
really, wow.
But here's the
thing.
like
Penn State. I just don't like James Franklin.
Penn State. This is all the farther they get after this win.
Well, it's okay. So it's Penn State, Notre Dame, and then it's Ohio State and who? Texas.
Man, I think it's I don't even know now. Let me look. Ohio State. Who does Ohio State play? I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Well, I do. I mean, this is not your typical Steeler podcast. This is a podcast where two guys talk Steelers.
Well,
and other stuff.
They already play. Well, son of a gun. That's
Texas. Okay, I was right.
That's right.
Thank you, Afton. Okay, so you're taking Penn State over Notre Dame,
and I'm taking Texas over Ohio State. But either Texas, either Texas or Ohio State would beat Penn State. So no matter either one of those teams is going to beat.
Okay, so before we get out of here, how about the Chargers and the Texans? Who are you taking?
Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers too. Buffalo Bills, Denver at Buffalo. Who are you taking?
Bills, 100%.
Okay, see, I'm going a little bit different. I'm going to go with the Bo upset. Barely. Bo Nix upset. Okay. The Philadelphia Eagles. I'm getting all this stuff before, I forget. Philadelphia Eagles are facing the Packers at home. Who are you taking?
Eagles.
Okay, I'm taking Eagles too. Eric, thanks for tuning in. Let's go Steelers. Afton's taking the Eagles. Okay, how about the Washington Commanders versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
I like Baker. I'd like Baker to, if the Steelers don't win, I'd like to watch him raise that Lombardi trophy.
I like Baker, and I always said that the Steelers should have got him, but
that'd be a big FU to the Browns.
Yeah, it would be. Okay, Morty, me and Morty are on the same page. He's looking for the upset of Buffalo. Afton's taking the commies. And Devil is with us in Tampa Bay. She's like, I want Baker to win, but
what, Afton?
But what? Yeah, but what? Craig wants a Pennsylvania Super Bowl, and Field of Steel said it's going to be the biggest wild card upset weekend watch. I think all the AFC away teams are going to win, and I think Philadelphia and Minnesota. I think it's Minnesota. Okay, Minnesota versus the Rams. I think is Monday night. And Minnesota's at home because Minnesota had 14 and they got down to like the 5th seed. So who are you taking in that one?
I'm Minnesota.
Okay, I was taking Minnesota too. So two out of 6 home teams will win in my picks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That goes against the green, but I mean we're just having fun.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll be out. Everybody, we're going to live stream at 7:30. Get your drinks, get your popcorn, get ready. We'll go on at 7:30. Hey, Claude, how you doing? We will give our 3 keys to victory, and then we'll. I know I gave the score already, and it's game time. And I'll have the terrible towel ready to go, and we're going to be down here at the Triple B Bar and Grill. And Morty says. Vikings are going to smoke them.
Click the notification button, okay, and make sure it's linked to your email on your phone so that you know when we're going to go live.
I'll have as soon as I'm done downloading this, because ladies and gentlemen, this show is on all platforms of where you hear podcasting, because you can see our beautiful faces and then you can hear our voices on the audio. I still do that, and that's under the Triple B Experience because it has all the stuff that we do except for the live shows, because we do 2 live shows. That's 8 hours or 9 hours, and I only have I think I have 12 hours of audio time a week. We're doing real good, Claude. We're doing real good. Get ready for Saturday night.
I don't know, Bubba. If the Steelers win, I'm
getting out here like a flock of seagulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my new thing, flock of seagulls. I think, matter of fact, I would love, hold on here before I get out of here. This is stupid, but because if that guy, that fluffy guy gets on this cast, and what he does is steal our video, and then, you know what I mean? Because I'm a Steeler fan, and I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers over the Ravens, and I could, watch this. This is going to be funny.
Uh-oh. What are you doing?
Yeah, this is going to – hold on, people.
They're holding. They're holding.
I know. I bought one of these.
Clutch says the losing streak ends.
Can you hear that?
Oh, my God. It's a Raven fart.
Fuck off, Ravens. Fuck off, Ravens. Fuck off, Ravens. Fuck off the flock of Ravens.
Oh God.
Here we go. I could do happy birthday and that's it, but I just wanted to be a smartass.
Oh.
So then he could cut that out. He could put, maybe he could put Brad Pitt picture on my face and do when I'm playing that. So
that's great. I love it.
he can get the flock out of here. So hey, everybody in Steelers Nation, hey, we love you, and we are. I'm picking the Steelers as always. This is a pro Steeler channel. Sometimes I get a little irate if we don't win, but I support the Steelers. If you can see my house, that's what it is. I mean, that's how it goes. Shane knows, he's been here.
I got Cam right there. See, he's autographed.
Yeah. What are you? Yeah. Well, you got some stuff. So, guys, we will be doing it live. I know Mark's going to do a live show too, and maybe me and Mark, maybe we'll do something before game time or something. He was talking about it, and if we do, I will definitely let everybody know. So, pressure.
No, I know, Brian.
Please don't do that again. Why? What's wrong? Come on, Morty. Hey, good night, everybody. And also, before we get out of here, this show was sponsored by Mucky Duck Mustard. Morethanmustard.com. 10% off when using a promo code The Chin. And it's good mustard, and it's good. Morty, I need your address. I do. So, but that's major sponsor, and it's nice to have a corporate sponsor. And they do deliver it very, very promptly. They do, in a nice box.
Yeah.
And you get a handheld. I got a handheld note written from the owner.
It has little squiggly cardboard paper.
Yes. Yeah. They pack their shit in tight. It's good stuff. So yeah.
So do Ravens fans.
The Ravens don't know how to pack anything. You know what they're packing? Here's what they're packing. They'll be packing their bags Saturday night.
I'm going to fight you 20s style. Yeah.
Put them up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll be cracking jokes about flock the Ravens for the rest of my life. Okay, everybody. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like always, you guys are great with all your stuff in the comment section. Hey, it's awesome. And we appreciate you. Shane, thank you so much. As good as always. And anybody that wants to talk West Virginia football, when's your next show, Shane?
Tuesday. Well, I'm going to be working Tuesday. I hope to God I can get my shit together and get it presentable. It's hard doing it from a hotel room. It just sucks.
Well, just do it in one of your do it in a shower towel, coming out of the shower, and then do it from the balcony.
I might go back into work and do it from my offices. So, anyways, we'll see it. We'll have it.
Okay. Well, everybody, like I said, we will see you guys Saturday at 7:30 live stream for the Wildcard Steelers versus the Ravens. One more time, fuck the Ravens. Okay, guys. Good night. There goes all the rhythms. It is what it is. Good night, everybody.